city as wow. Did I not tell you that I'm so used to casting on Urzikstan where we always go to the west of pop-off power?
Yeah, well, Tip, wish granted and script confirmed. You know the script. You love the script because we are going to that northwestern side of the map. It's going to be pop-up all day today, at least until probably circle 6. It might pull further west. It could go all the way up into the top left-hand corner. But yet again, and we're going to watch this fight all the way out because this has been the fight, Tip, that has determined both of these two teams' entire stake in this stage of the competition, and it's always gone to the side of Mario, Fried, and Clown, and it looks like Mario, Fried, and Clown are going to leave this team be. They didn't like the fight. They go low, and it looks for the first time, finally, 4 maps in, Clutchbelt, Lovey, and Assault can breathe for the first 60 seconds of the map.
Yeah, we're out here throwing mortars their way and just disengaging towards the lower buildings. Yes, you're giving up high ground, but you're also keeping yourself alive for the time being. But Ripper gets dropped by Finesse, 1 HP, and able to convert that into an elimination. A lot of our teams still getting Nixie early on, but we're just looking for the last one. Locktive on the opposing side. Alexander and team, they just clean it right on up.
And another team that we're expecting a lot from, Locktive's squad, is one of those squads that a lot of teams had as underhorses. I mean, this is a team that everybody said should be good. Locktive, Ripper, and Time, a trio and individuals in their own right, super skilled. Things not being pieced together throughout the stages of this competition. Hopefully they can do it in the second half of this tourney as Rayskis, Lightsfire, and Omega hunt down their quarry, yet again showing us exactly how you should play this game. When you get a knock, chase down the team. If you get an elimination, chase down the team. A team's doing a most wanted, chase down the team, especially when you have player advantage. You can see Lightsfire team doing exactly that. Should get the team wipe here if they can connect their shots. Just barely. Maybe Cash gets out of there, and Lightsfire says, not today. I will not let you leave. I need this kill. I need this team wipe. Very well done. That's what you should do here in Warzone Customs.
Yo, that ground loot is slapping. I'm not gonna lie. Just had 3 attachment on it, but from a distance, it was working. Hixers here in the middle of the road. Riggs plan just to the right side. We knew it was gonna be coming towards this side of the map. Elsewhere, Tommy fooled. Kind of unfortunate circumstances for that squad that can't seem to keep all 3 of them alive into that end game. It seems like their mid map has just been torched. Tommy probably loses the gulag there to classified, and we'll have to check in, but Lix has found themselves in the gulag for now. Hixers and Riggs out there on big map waiting.
We love watching some 1v1s here. Take a quick look at your top right while you're watching the fight. Arts pushes the equation and somehow loses it. Just totally missed shots, and Lix punishes him for it. As they were fighting, look at the top right-hand corner of your screen. It's been on the screen for a little while. You see our top 5 teams currently. You can effectively say that our top 4 have qualified for regional finals already if everything goes according to history. 52 was our cutoff for the top 20 teams the last several stages of the competition, and so this will likely be 4 teams moving to the regional finals. You can expect that over the course of the next 3 maps, Stimper's team will get 6 some odd points, but I've seen stranger things happen, so you can't count your chickens before they hatch. But I do like the fact that we have at least 4 teams that have done enough thus far. And here goes Clutchbelk's team, still looking for their first couple eliminations. But again, this is the first time we've seen them stabilize. And so they're trying to use that advantage for the first time in this stage of the competition and grab some early eliminations so they're not walking into the final couple circles with 2 kills.
Map 3 winner down there. Team DSAV gets fully sent to the gulag. Hopefully they'll hit some sort of a regain here, but you're right, just holding this power position while teams like E700 squad here down below trying to hit that rotation. We already saw them destroy that LTV they were using to rotate through, and we're gonna go ahead and pop off that roof. Lovey though falls incredibly low. Assault gets taken out, and now you start to wonder, when you lose ultimate high ground, you try to make this push. At the end of the day, it really wasn't worth it, but we do see back to get those numbers on in. This is a tough one, but at least we have this kind of bunkered side of the highway to allow some cover. And if you're going to expend a streak onto the rooftop to keep focusing forward, it's not necessarily all bad.
not all bad. They were able to restabilize. I think you're right. I think this team is just trying to play aggressive. I mean, they're playing kind of edge of zone here on Parkway and gonna hit this bridge play to just get a couple teams. They know they need kills and they haven't gotten them yet, and they know they can catch this team in rotation. Super Rad squad, a great team. One of the only console players with Lawlet on their squad. Incredibly talented. C4's flying in, but it's not enough to take down Clutch Belk. One goes down. They have an advantage, but quickly turn back the other way. Lawlet tries to make a play. Unfortunately, gets punished for it. It's a 2v2. Clutch Belk looking for a play on Super Rob, playing the low ground. Thinks he can win against Cronus, but now Low has to back off. Lovey in trouble as well. We could yet again see Clutch Belk's team fall here if they are not careful. And finally, tf, they are trying to slow things down, and with the snipers down below, they were able to grab a couple cleanups here and a team wipe. Whew, that was looking hairy for a second.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. You see the muni box drop and you immediately grab more lethals and start throwing them. But Nico, Swish, Foulnets. I was really curious to see how their mid games throughout the series have been going. We know they're in the upper 20s, which isn't bad, but I would love to see them start grabbing some more eliminations. And when you've got squad number 36 on the opposing side, that's going to be Team Ripper. Just got to figure out a way to grab one. And they already look like they want to rotate on out. But Nico sets their sights on the opposing squad that's just across the way. When you've got 3 to 4 squads in this small area, you have to make sure that you have all areas covered.
Yeah, I want to keep an eye out for this team again. Like you said, they're in, I think, 22nd right now, which essentially means that the last 2 games, they've gotten nearly 0 points. I mean, they're finally grabbing some success here. But reminder, their first game was like nearing a 20-point game. They had a ton of kills. They had a crazy rotation across almost the entirety of the map, and it paid off. They ended up grabbing a great multiplier and a ton of kills to boot along the way. But apparently have been incredibly quiet the last 2 maps. So I'd love to watch out for this team as we go through, as they try to clean up Extra Pairs, who's just hanging out on the balcony. This is like a spot from like the Bourne Identity trilogy or something. It's like this dude just hanging out on the balcony, about to bust through the window into the shower to take down the kill. But Extra Pairs is just hiding, waiting, lurking, and they cannot find him. Wild situation. I love that we get to see it here in Codcaster as a C4 nearly hits Swish him in the face.
He looked lost. Like, yeah, I don't want to intrude on your building, but so I'm just going to stand here. I'm not even going to go prone. I don't care about the other squad that's not Team Swish'em. But for now, as soon as they decide to start shooting at Time and Ripper, she pretty much plays hot potato with the C4, takes it straight to the face, but somehow stays alive. But over here to Sunny, accept Rudy on your screen. We've got squad number 35 to contend with, and we swing out the door, put a brunt of that damage, and when you just take them both down, that is probably one of the cleanest swings I've seen in a minute.
Yeah, a very clean swing, and I think it's worth noting too that I believe that team they just wiped had a most wanted up, so they knew exactly where they were at, grabbed the live ping, pushed out, played together, and grabbed the elimination. So very well done, great execution, and they got a ton of resources for it. We saw a quick look at that zone there, Tiff. If you just got to look at that, we're going as far west as it looks like we can, continually creeping up northwestern and northwestern as far as up as we can go. I'm excited to see what this in circle will look like.
No, it's going to be fun. And for Team E700, we last saw them hitting that rotate out from City by Construction through Parkway and just kept on going. We've made our way into Seaport. Now, I would love to see them keep clearing this out and fighting through the way. Well, you're going to clean up Infamous, that's for sure. One more elimination is going to go into the hands of Tenix. Now, that you know, for now, it's okay. But where we came from, there's going to be squads that are looking to mirror this rotation. One of them is going to be Team Clutch Belk. C4 is already being planted and we're pre-firing the areas. We just need to get lines of sight onto the squad. Smokes for the cover on the rotation will give more information to Tenix, Funzy, and E700. You would think, hey, at least we're connecting.
This is the 22nd team currently. Clutch Belk's 22nd. Swish'em is just now inside with the points they've been putting on the board. This is a live leaderboard I'm looking at, but it's 22nd Clutch Belk. T-Next team is in 24th, Team E700. This is a battle of 2 teams in contention to potentially not make regional finals and have to battle through LCQs. This could be at least partially the difference between them making regional finals or not. And right now, T-Next has the advantage. Finds one, knocks it. They get the trade though. Funzy there to help? No, goes down. E700 playing cleanup from another angle. Grabs at least one to try to make this somewhat even. There are several teams in this area, and it's Team Tommy off to the left-hand side trying to play a different angle, as it looks like Clutchpoke is backing out of this fight, and now Tommy's pushing in to get the cleanup. Clutchpoke saw the third party and said, I want no part of this. I am out of here. Tommy is the one paid in kind for this team wipe by third partying the fight. Very well done from Obs, Teeny, and Tommy.
Yeah, so the 6th place squad with 48 points on the board. So Clutch Milk making a very nice decision there to go ahead and get on out of there. But Little Mario, Clown Fried, still hitting that rotation, still in 3rd place, and they are just hunting throughout. And so many squads, I don't want to say this or anything, they're like playing scared, right? If you're outside the top 20, you're being more conservative, but a lot of teams will go down just running from a fight. Sometimes it's better to turn around and face them head on.
Yeah, this will be a fun one. If these two teams decide to fight, these are the top 2 teams coming out of the upper bracket. They got 21st and 22nd respectively in the upper bracket, just barely missing out of going straight to regional finals, have to earn their spot there. And a nice knock here from Clown and Fried. This is that ready, aim, set, 1, 2, 3 meta we were talking about. Team shots galore. If you can get a knock, it opens the window of opportunity to push the equation. Here's VonBot. Near the top of the leaderboard, rather at the top of the leaderboard by a sizable margin, a 12-point lead currently. And looking pretty strong over here at Levin. They've got high ground. They're looking out for any of these players deciding to rotate in. I can only expect at least 3 to 4 teams will probably hang out in Levin in that kind of layer cake that we love calling out. We'll see which moves first. And I think if I'm VonBot, I'm going to try to pick up at least one as they rotate in with that car 98. But back to it. Looks like the fight has swung the other way. Fried down. Clown also about to fall. Henticity trying to clean up, and the Simtex will definitely do it. And now it's Clown's team trying to run away, and it's only Little Mario that's able to get out. They had the advantage, and then they lost it. Couldn't quite clean up the knock from earlier, I guess, as we swapped away. Just completely flipped the fight on its head. There's a reason this team is at the top.
Yeah, at least Fried does have that gulag still available to them. And into the 1.2x multiplier we go. This squad in 5th place, 49 points, has a lot of room to move up the leaderboard. Now, granted, it's not a big deal if you win lower round 2. It's just more for bragging rights and to get those reps in. You just want to find yourself inside that top 20 to go on to those regional finals. And you've done almost more than enough to kind of secure that assault on the screen. Now, we were curious what that kind of regain would look like for them. Well, we've got everyone back into the fray of things, but seems a bit separated out. We can see Drifts just ahead of us and Team Ripper on the opposing side. But if we're going for this massive rotation outside of Kotovo blocks, it looks like we would have wrapped straight, maybe even from the water or on that coastline for cover. This is pretty sneaky, Gauche.
Yeah, and they're missing Clutch Belt, because as a reminder, Clutch was in that fight earlier that Tommy third partied and was able to make it out alive, but is super far separated from this team. And I expect what happened was that Clutchbelk was able to grab the double buyback and then sent Lovey and Assault to go play for this space. And there's Clutchbelk. Okay, so he's down the hill on the other side, potentially playing for flank. I couldn't see him based on our map view, but it looks like he's all the way down at the bottom playing cover on the water wrap, and it's Quay swimming out in the ocean, maybe just playing for placement. And the same thing, E700 lost his teammates from earlier, and now is just lurking in the water, swimming around, having a good time with the sharks. I wonder if they've spotted each other. They probably have.
I didn't realize we were looking at a live picture of Florida here because
yeah, sure.
All the sharks have been going crazy down there. I've been seeing it all over my timeline. And E700, little pistol in hand, just like, oh, okay, what's going on over here, Quay? Yeah, honestly, just do a nice little wave of the white flag, handshake agreement. It's fine for now. But I just genuinely don't know how long you're going to be able to stay out here.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. Here's a quick look. Yeah, talk about as far as we can go to the northwest. Levin Resort is basically not even in the circle. So this is about to be utter chaos. Technically, Clutchbelk's team got there first, but if you saw Clutchbelk's teammate, Lovey and Assault, they didn't have loadout weapons. They do not have their loadouts. They have ground loot that they found in this building at the corner. They're dead center of zone, but I don't know if it's going to pay off. All it takes is one really good smoked push through. They get wiped. Clutchbelk can't get up the hill fast enough to help them out unless they get the spots early. So watch out for that team. We'll continue to pay attention to it. But the big question in my mind, Tiff, is what chaos is about to ensue as we rotate out of Kotovo blocks. I might think that some of these teams actually might burn some of their resources, might burn some of those PDSs early to make sure they don't get picked off in rotation on this first wrap, because this is about to be a firing range.
Well, here we go. Chain those smokes together and see if we can find some semblance of cover. Yes, we hit that rotation early. But for the teams that are going to be looking to grab this building is going to be squad number 32, squad number 27, and then even 19 and 30 on the outer edge. And everyone is going to be looking for this because it's an open field ahead of them. And you just got to keep that pressure on. Zen Purity is going to drop DSAV. They were your map 3 winners, still alive in some numbers for now. But we'll just have to keep our eyes out.
Look at this overhead cam. We got Joe Gang inside the zone in a small building. Vonbot trying to make a play 2v3 here on the outer edge of the zone. They want to clear out all the teams behind them. They have at least spotted one full team out. That's Green Doze. Likely they see the smokes and the pushing advances of Tommy as well. They know 2 teams are here. This could be a nice third party they can pick up on. It's one of the only times they'll be able to do it here. Here's a quick look at that fight. Vonbot finds one over the top on the third party, gives an advantage to Team Tommy that he might try to execute on. Green Doze looking low as Tommy swings around the outside range. Vonbot looking for a play over the top of the loadout and finds it. Devo gets a snipe on one. Turns to shoot the other team, gets at least a broken shield, depleting some resources. Vamba and Devo could literally, no, they were gonna 2v3v3, but another team flanks from the other side. Who is it? It's Fallnets, Nico, Swish'em. We told them to step up, and they're finally here to make a play, rotating in yet again, super late, but it's paying off with some kills. Let's see if they can execute on this full team wipe.
Oh, Green Doe's still alive. Vonbot hits the mobile. I'm hacking. We bring Devo back in. So at least we have 2 members last standing. But if we extend out too far, you know Green Doe is going to be able to take some angles. Tommy and Teeny have already hit the water for the rotate. And there we go. We called it. Devo, though, in the air, still alive, into the top 15. So we have that 1.4x multiplier at least in play. And Fallnets goes big, starts reaping that area of the map. The job's not done. Even E700 just got found out by Teeny. We're landing close in that next zone. We've got some mounds to work with, but I'm not feeling comfortable.
Tiff, this is the building Clutchbelk's team was in. Clutchbelk's team is wiped out of here. I told you there's gonna be a team of 3 that pushes up, grabs the knock on 1, and Clutchbelk's not gonna be able to be there in time. That's likely what happened as Sitrep, Exact, Sneely needed to step up, and now's their moment. They grabbed one of the last remaining pieces of cover going into the 5th and 6th zones. Now that we're moving into the 7th, they've cleared a pathway for themselves, grabbed snipes, and they still have a nice spot to pick up a couple of eliminations, and they've made top 10. They've done the job as Exact gets a full team wipe from distance. They have a perfect spot to lead themselves to the promised land, just slowly creeping up behind the little pieces of cover that they can. Now top 5. They've done the work. Let's see if they can finish it. On the far side, Nico Infinite going big, finds one. Nico goes down, but they made top 5. That's going to help out their scores dramatically. You will see them close to contention for top 10. I can only imagine, but we still have 4 teams left here, Tiff, and it looks like Milko's coming in from the late rotate in the gas, likely with the PDS.
Yeah, that's going to be Team Mop, and they just need to get in, but unfortunately won't be able to do so. Johnny Bro and Tap just cleaning this out, but when you've got squad number 30, Team Tommy, without the E, not the one you're probably thinking of, it's Tommy Syke, and you got Crisscross. That is the biggest threat to the majority of that squad, and if I'm Sitrep, Exact, and Sneely, I just sit back, lie, and wait, because this is our game to win.
Johnny, by the way, won that. Team Strixie won that encounter on the right-hand side, picked off one. was able to stay alive. Strixie on the other side. So you got Sneely on the left. The team I expect to win. It's a 3v2v2 because these two teams are fighting each other. This is exactly what Exact wants. And Exact just picking up third-party kills left, right, and center. Everyone is handing him the win and a ton of points to boot. Sitrep, Exact, they win it all three up. A ton of eliminations, and it was because of the early rotation to wipe Clutchbelk's team. Yet again, Clutchbelk gets the wrong end of the boot, gets booted out of their cover, gets booted back to the lobby, and Exact wins it all. Let's take a quick look back at that aerial cam. It was the perfect execution. The rotate in. They cleared everyone behind them, and then they had a free and clear victory as these other two teams decided to fight each other tough.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that were done right, and it started with Dandro calling them out ahead of this map. Like, what have they been doing? What's been going on? Now, Exact, Sitrep, Sneely, they keep their numbers alive, and they identify their positions properly. And coming into this, they had already cleaned out that coastline. Their biggest threat was going to be Team Tommy on that opposing side. And I love that Tommy and Syke start really going against Johnny Bro. But then when you've got the angles, using the Car 98 to cover that distance right here, it's Sitrep who picks up the remaining member on that squad and then just easily has to focus on cover. Now, you had a rock and a tree and it was fully open. So the Car 98, like Dandro said in that deep dive earlier on at the very top of the show, one shot headshot within 65 meters, and that was close enough to me to clean all things up.
Yeah, and like we said before, just having all three alive was a massive boon. They were able to take the third parties and then win it all. Let's take a quick look back at their victory moment, see their reactions.
I'm getting in there.
Dead. I left it right now. 3v1, 3v1.
Broken. Let's fucking go, baby.
Good shit, baby.
Let's fucking go. That's how we do it.
Good fucking shit, dog. Told you, bro. We just built off that last game.
Yeah. Fucking love that audio.
Good fucking shit, man.
Well, 12 kills and a victory, 24 points, certainly going to help out their standings. They are close to qualifying already, but not quite done. And I gotta say, Tiff, from that reaction, that just sounds like they thought it was long overdue. There was very little hype. It was just like, we know we got this. We should have done this a long time ago. We're way too far down this league.